The battlefield of Lanka had already seen the impossible. Mountains moved, oceans were bridged, an army of forest dwellers had shaken the very foundations of a demon empire. But in this moment, a new storm was rising. It wasn't a storm of wind or rain, it was a storm of pure, unadulterated ego. Imagine the scene. A warrior stands in his chariot, radiating the confidence of a man who has never known true defeat. This is Meghnada, also known as Indrajit. His name literally means the conqueror of Indra. He hasn't just fought kings, he has bound the king of the heavens himself. When Meghnada speaks, he doesn't just address his enemies, he dismisses them. He looks at the Vanara army and laughs. He tells them, "Run away. My arrows have shattered the temples of the divine elephant Airavata. They would be ashamed to even touch your petty bodies." Think about that for a second. This is the first sign of a collapsing ego. When your strength stops seeing others as humans or even as equals. To Meghnada, these brave warriors were beneath the dignity of his weapons. He was intoxicated by his own resume. And then he turns his gaze to Lakshmana, the brother of Rama. He tells him, "Stand aside, Saumitra. You aren't even worthy of my anger. I am Meghnada. I am looking for Rama, the one who can control the sea with a mere glance." This confrontation is one of the most profound moments in the Ramayana because it pits two completely different types of power against each other. On one side, you have Meghnada. His power is external. It's built on conquests, celestial weapons, and the fear he inspires. It's a power that needs to be shouted to be felt. It's loud, it's flashy, and it's deeply rooted in the past. On the other hand, you have Lakshmana. Lakshmana represents internal power. For 14 years he lived in the forest. He renounced sleep, comfort, and ego to serve a higher cause. His strength wasn't built on defeating others, it was built on mastering himself. While Meghnada is boasting about his past victories, Lakshmana stands in total silence. Why? Because true strength doesn't need to announce itself. When you are anchored in dharma, in righteousness, your power is a silent mountain. It doesn't react to insults, it simply acts when the time is right. What's fascinating is that Meghnada knew who Rama was. He describes his power to control the sea with a mere glance. He wasn't ignorant. But here's the tragic truth. Knowledge without humility is useless. Meghnada saw the truth, but his ego wouldn't let him bow to it. This is a pattern we see throughout history. Before every great fall, whether it's Ravana, Duryodhana, or any modern-day tyrant, there is always a moment of peak arrogance. Ego creates a reality bubble where you believe you are invincible even when the truth is standing right in front of you. You might wonder, why was it Lakshmana's destiny to defeat him and not Rama's? In the language of symbolism, Rama represents the supreme consciousness, but Lakshmana represents disciplined human effort. The lesson here is that the ego, that loud, boasting part of ourselves, cannot be defeated by a miracle alone. It must be overcome by discipline, by restraint, and by a mind that is focused on service rather than self-glory. So as we look back at that dusty battlefield in Lanka, the message for us today is clear. The battle between Meghnada and Lakshmana happens inside us every day. The Meghnada in us wants recognition, lives in past achievements, and looks down on others. The Lakshmana in us stays quiet, stays disciplined, and stays committed to what is right. One speaks loudly before it falls, the other stands silently and prevails every single time.